Okay, suspense account. Okay, suspense account happen when your trial balance is not balanced. Just now we have learned that we made an errors, but the errors that you have made, it doesn't affect your trial balance. But these errors that you have made affect your trial balance, that make your trial balance not balanced. So normally your trial balance is, okay, you have this one, your sales, your purchases, and then your let's say motor vehicle, and then your salary. Okay, let's say your sales is 100,000. Oh no, 10,000 is, I think it's okay. And then your purchases is 5,000. Your motor vehicle is, well, let's put 20,000, and salary is 10,000. Okay, so our trial balance now is, how much is 35, and this is 10. Okay, so your trial balance is not balanced. So to make it balanced, you have to balancing off. So when you balancing off, still you have this 35, this also 35,000, and the gap here is 25. So this 25,000 is known as suspense account. So suspense account, you need to settle your suspense account before you do your financial statement. If you cannot settle your suspense account, you can zeroize your suspense account, your financial statement will look as if it's quite bad, because you are not be able to settle the problems, because maybe these problems come from your negligence or your lack of knowledge of accounting knowledge. So that's why your reputation will be a little bit down to the drain. So this suspense account is at the credit side, so you need to open up your suspense account. Okay, so 25,000, so you put here 25,000, and you put your difference as per trial balance. So it's 25,000. And then after you have gotten your 25,000, so that now your job or your task has already begun, that you need to find this 25,000. What does it consist of this 25,000? Sometimes it comes from sales, sometimes it comes from purchases, or sometimes it comes from anything else. Because this may result from your journal entry. Because when you do journal entry, it's not balanced, but your journal entry is not really like, okay, debit, cash, credit, sales. Okay, your sales should be 1,000, but you put here 800 only. So this also can result into your suspense accounts. Or you only do sales but no debit, so only one entry, so that will also result in your trial balance, your suspense accounts. Okay, so let us look into this further. So suspense can result in your profit. I think it can go up or it can go down. Like we have this, what we call, what happens if your sales are overcast? What does it mean by overcast? Overcast means that, okay, this casting is totally, you total. So when you over total, over record, over recording, overcast, over record, or over calculate, over calculated. So if your sales are overcast by 10,000, So mean that your sales are more than 10,000. So what you should do is to reduce the sales, because you have over-calculated your sales. So if you over-calculated your sales, how to reduce your sales? So what should be debit, what should be credit? Okay, if you want, let's focus on the sales first. Sales, the nature is debit or credit?
Debit.
Right?
Credit.
The nature of your sales are always at the credit side. So whatever that when you put sales are at the credit side, you put another credit side, your sales will become bigger and bigger. So when your sales are overcast, means that your sales are more by 10,000. So how you reduce your sales? By debiting the sales account. So you debit your sales 10,000, and what you should credit? If you go to cash account, cannot, because cash is already settled. You have received that money. Bank, settle. So if the word says overcast, means that your sales are more by 10,000. So here will be suspense account, 10,000. So let us use the same example over here. So if credit suspense, you go to the credit side of the suspense account, and then you put here sales 10,000. So even though 25 now is 1035, but okay, it's not settled yet. But this is just an example. Okay, let's say we use this. Okay, sales were overcast by 70. If let's say sales are overcast by 10,000 or 70, what happened to your profit? Your profit will be higher or lower? If your sales are overcast, higher, because your sales are more. So here, sales minus cost of sales or cost of goods sold, we have gross profit, and then minus your expenses, so you have net profit. So if your sales are up, of course your profit will go up. If your sales are down, your profit also will be reduced. If let's say your cost is high, your profit will be lower. If your cost is lower, your profit will be high. Logic, yeah? That's logic. So here, in this case, if your sales are being reduced by 10,000, so meaning that your profit will become more as a result, because your sales are being reduced by 10,000. Okay, let's say the profit, I give you a profit of let's say your net profit now is 1,006. Okay, first problem is, let's say sales are overcast. Sales overcast by 70. Number 2, rent undercast by 40. Number 3, cash 50. Okay. You receive cash 50 from a debtor, but you only entered in the cash book only. So like that you have only one entry. Okay, last one, you purchased 59 from Awi, enter the books debit and credit entries as 95. Purchase from Awi 59, enter in both books as okay. So you have this error. Okay, so how you do the first correction? Your sales are overcast by 70, meaning that your sales are higher by 70. So if your sales are overcast by 70, so you need to reduce your sales a bit by how much? 70. Because here it says sales are overcast, meaning that your sales are now higher by 70. So reduce the sales by 70. So how you do it? You debit or credit your sales? Debit, yeah. So because sales are always credit, right? So when you want to reduce your sales, you debit your sales. Because when, okay, here later when you see the word overcast, undercast, over-recorded or under-recorded, over-calculated, under-calculated, so that is most probably suspense. So because there's not much information here, you just know that your sales are overcast, so you just need to reduce them down. Unless it put the information is like this, purchase from Awi 59, enter in both books as 95, so this is not a suspense. But here you only have this information, overcast, so there's nothing more, or there's nothing other information that requires you to be at the debit side or the credit side, so you just hang here. So it will be suspense. Okay. What about rent? Rent is expenses account. Rent is your expenses account. And expenses account is always debit side or credit side. Hey, expenses always debit. Expenses always debit. Remember we have A-M-E-R expenses. So debit, also debit. Okay, so now your rent is undercast, terkurang. So when your rent is undercast, terkurang, so you need to add back. So the nature of your rent is always debit nature. So when you want to add to your expenses, so you need to debit or credit? Debit juga lah, because nature dia dah memang debit kan. So tambah dekat debit dia makin tinggi. Tapi kalau you pergi dekat kredit, it's not my nature, so dia jadi reduce lah. So you need to add to your rental. So debit, rent or expenses rent, credit, because this over undercast. So this is suspense. Okay. Now let's say from these two, just now you have a net profit of 1,006. If you happen to have this kind of correction, this kind of error, and then you just do the correction, so will you see that your net profit will reduce or increase or decrease by having these two corrections, or it will change? Your net profit will not be 1,006 anymore. It will be changed to a different figure after this, because your sales are now going down by 70, and your rental now going up by 40. So you can see that there is 110, 70, sales going down, rent going up. So if sales going down, your profit will go down. Rent going up, so your profit will go down as well. So 110 now. The changes will be reduced to 1,490, something like that. Okay. Next is what? Cash 50 received from a debtor was entered in the cash book only. Okay, you receive cash. It should be what? Should be debit cash, should be a credit debtor lah. Debtor should be, but was entered in the cash book only. So debit cash 50, credit don't have. So meaning that there is a single entry. There's a single entry. So how you do that? How you do the correction? The cash book only. Yeah. So then this is the real one, kan? Debit cash credit debtor. This is the real one, lah. Because you receive cash 50 and then debit bank, debit cash credit debtor, but you enter in the cash book only, so you only debit cash, credit nothing. So correction,
Debit.
this one we don't touch anymore lah, because this both of them are correct. The wrong one is you didn't put
Debtor.
the credit side debtor. So now you put debtor 50 right here, suspense. Because there's nothing, you cannot touch cash, because cash is already correct. Because you have already entered in the cash book. So 50. Okay. Number 3. Does this correction affect your profit?
Yes.
Why? Debtor in which category? Asset. In your statement of profit and loss, do you have asset?
No.
No. So it will not affect your profit, because asset will only be in your statement of financial position. We have asset, liability, and capital or equity. In your how to get your net profit, your revenue and your expenses. So this one is not in your revenue and expenses account. or not inside your statement of profit and loss. So it only affect your debtors or your statement of financial position. So your profit still not moving, still intact. Okay, but this one is already correct. Okay, what about purchase from AWI 59, entered in both books as 95? You bought from AWI 59, and by right you should write 59, but you wrongly wrote it as 95. Is of course it's really wrong lah. But that's why when you do your job, please look carefully and listen carefully, because sometimes when you are writing and then you are talking, you tend to make mistakes. So should be, okay, what should be? The correct one should be debit purchase 59, credit AP AWI 59. This is what you should do. Purchase from AWI 59. But what you have done wrong, you entered in both books as 95. So purchase 95, credit AP AWI 95. See, this is what you have done wrong. So how you do correction? How you do correction? So actually your purchase is more, right? By how much? 36. So your purchase is more. So what you should do? Reduce the purchase. Purchase debit or credit?
Purchase
Debit.
debit.
Purchase always debit. So if you want to reduce purchase, credit. Okay. So credit. Purchase by 36, And then AP AWI, your liability. Before this, you put your liability as 95. Is way up high. So you have to reduce your AWI down to 59. So AWI liability is always credit, but when you reduce, you need to go to debit. 36. Okay. So this number 4, AWI. Is it affect your profit? Yes, because purchase is inside. See, sales minus cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. Still remember what is under your cost of goods sold? Opening stock, add purchases, minus closing stock. So if your purchases are very high, your profit will become lower. Betul? So now when your purchase is being reduced, so your profit will become higher. So let's say you have a net profit. Okay, net profit as per statement just now 1006, and then add. Okay, what you should add? Okay, this one you take, this one you take, this one no need, this one you take. The fact. So let us find what is the new net profit. Okay. From number 1, number 2, number 3. So what makes your profit goes up? Is it this one?
Tak.
No. Because this one, is it? Your profit goes up or going down? Your profit. This one you reduce your sales. Right. So your profit will go down. Right. Okay. This one, you increase your expenses. Okay. So your profit will go down. Okay. So we can add lah. This one, we reduce our purchase. So profit
Go down.
right. Reduce purchase, profit.
Oh, God.
Profit up lah. Kan ni.
Oh.
So add just now purchase. So how much? 36. So add 36 and then less
7.
your sales overcast by how much? 70 and then rent undercast 40. So total 110. This is less. So bracket. So now what is your new profit? Hmm. 1564 1674. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Oh no. 1636 minus 1110. 161526. Baliklah. 1526. Oh, because of this, and because of this adjustment, your profit now has gone down to 1526. Originally, it was 1600. Because of this suspense account that you have made, and then that resulted your correction that you have made, and the adjusted profit is now 1526. Okay.